Think prevention, live long.
Dr. Aegis, I'm sitting down with Mr. Vallet, and I've been seeing you for how many years now?
Oh man, 10?
10 years.
Pretty close, yeah.
Very close. And your bypass was, which year was your bypass?
02?
02. So bypass itself is about 8 years.
Yeah.
And you've done well overall. Overall, you've done well.
Yeah.
And then last week we checked your bypass grafts and checked the arteries in the heart.
Yes.
And we also did the catheterization to check the pressures in your lungs. You know that?
Yes.
And typically until now, I shouldn't say until now. Typically lately, not until now. Typically lately, we've been doing this catheterization through the groin because it's easy for doctors to go through the groin
Uh-huh.
because the arteries in the groin is much larger. All the equipments are designed to go from the groin, and doctors are away from the camera because they don't want to get radiation.
Mm-hmm.
Because for you it's once in a while catheterization, but for doctors it's every day.
Yeah.
So everything, the way it went, was properly designed. Stay away from the radiation, go through a bigger artery, so that's very easy to get in, right? So last 25 years we've been doing that,
All right.
and we perfected the whole thing. So now we say this is the best way to do it, but we don't realize that once we say there's a best way to do it, there's always better than a best way to do it. So why are we talking about all this thing? The reason we're talking about all this thing is because the time has come to go back and revisit and reevaluate how we used to do before.
Okay.
And that's what we're trying to do in Lansing. So let's ask you another question. There were, let's see, last 200 catheterization done. No, let's start with 100. There were 100 catheterization done in March. Okay. For
All
example,
right. Okay.
out of 100 catheterization in March, how many you think were done through the groin, and how many you think were done through the hand? Guess a number in March in Lansing.
Well, just to guess,
Guess.
I'd say 50-50.
Go down.
Okay. 60-40.
So again, he's saying that in March 2010, out of 100 cardiac catheterization, 60 were done through the groin, 40 were done through the hand. Go down.
Okay. I guess I'd have to reverse it then.
It was done 100 through the groin, 0 to the hand.
Really? Well,
Can you believe that?
yeah, after you tell me it so, I just find it interesting, amazing that. Okay.
Well,
Got a bunch of lazy doctors.
No. We are slave of our habits.
I know,
Doctors work very hard.
I know.
But I think it's just like once you get used to driving on Jolly Road or 496 or 96,
Mm.
and if your wife asks you, hey, can you stop by on Grand River to pick up the milk? You say, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to pick up milk from 7-Eleven at Jolly Road. Because you just don't want to go to Grand River. It's nothing to do with you lazy or not. You're just used to doing
I know,
something, and people keep doing it.
I was just jerking your chain.
No. But you're right. Doctors are party lazy, so it's messing with But no, the point is, we need to learn, or relearn, I should say, because we all are trained to do it. We just got in the habit of doing this.
Mhm.
But once you relearn, and once you do it properly, not only it's safer for the patient, but it also has the same time as you do it through the groin.
Mm.
And almost as same radiation, almost as same. Because the radiation, when you have a catheterization done, whether you're in America, whether you're in France, whether you're in China, it's the same radiation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If anything, we probably have a lot better cameras than China and India in America. So radiation probably is even lesser. The point I'm trying to make it to you is that we should do it more through the hand if we can.
Sounds like it.
So why I'm talking to you?
Why am I?
Why I'm talking to you then?
Because you done one through my arm.
Okay, so we are done through one through your arm. When was it
One.
done?
Uh,
How many days approximately?
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, so 4 or 5 days.
So Friday, and today is Tuesday. So we did the catheterization through your arm on Friday, and today is Tuesday. Show us your arm. Can you show? Can you see if you can see? Can you zoom in?
And right there's where it was.
Do you see anything there, Park? If you can't see, you have to zoom. That's it.
Tiny little.
It's almost like nothing there. So many people have come and told me that that's less than putting an IV.
It looks like it.
Yeah, because right below it is where they took blood.
Look at that. Did you see that? Right below is the one where they took blood. And that looks exactly same, if not more, than the other one. I
So-
just cannot believe that.
It's a, yeah, they're, actually I think that one's just a tad bigger than that one is.
Yeah.
So,
So if I ask you your experience for this this is catheterization for the right side of the heart. I must say that, so people don't misunderstand here. But this was for the right side of the heart. And when I was in training, we did most of our right side of the heart catheterization just like this. But last 20 years, we're doing it through the groin. I'm doing it. But I'm going to go back and start doing it this way because we all were trained to do it. Why can't we do it again? Look at this. This is so safe and so simple.
Not even bruised.
Not even bruised.
so, yeah,
So you say we should do it more often. So,
I think so.
how about other doctors?
I think all the doctors, I mean, if you get the same results with less exposure to the radiation and whatnot, and it's a much safer procedure.
Safer for sure.
And it's like you were saying earlier, you find a problem that needs to be attended to immediately. You haven't got that concern about that major artery being in the picture.
Yeah.
So I would say yes. If
Everything you said is, I mean, you are a good student. You heard everything, you remember everything. That's pretty
So-
good. I like it. So I think that's what we're going to do, Bob. We're going to do as many procedures we can. Now, having said that, in France and China and India, once they're fully experienced, about 80 or 90, 80 I should say, 80% of people will have it through the hand. So if we can get up to 80%, we'll be as good as Chinese and India and France. We should do that, don't you think so?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Right, perfect.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
That's good.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It doesn't scare me as much thinking about it going there as
Yeah.
it does here.
Yeah.
For myself, and I don't have any.
Well, I've heard down through the years about these things being done long before I needed one, and some of the complications that came along afterwards, like you said, the bleeding that occurred, and
Yeah, I mean, when you
I-
talk
You
to,
had a big hematoma on yours for a long time
the first time when
last
you had
time.
it,
Mhm.
I think when you talk to patients who have catheterization, they remember more about the groin than the heart. They say, I had to lay around a sandbag, and a good-looking nurse had to put pressure on my groin. I liked it, but I still didn't like it. Those days. So,
oh well.
Ask him about. Yeah.
oh yeah, the last thing. This video will be kind of an education video to make sure other patients, other people understand. So we take this video and we convert it into a YouTube video where people can see you and me
Okay.
talking about it. So all our patients can see it and other people can see it, just to help to understand how the procedure is done. So is it okay?
Well, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, if it helps and it educates, it's great.
If a lot of good-looking girls call you,
I'll
you just say no.
I'll
You just say
refer
no.
them. I'll refer
Refer
them
to your
my-
wife. Yes.
Yeah, I'll refer to my
Just say I got a secretary.
Yeah.
When we think prevention, live long, the heart of mid-Michigan strong.